Hey everyone, it's Job. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Job's Journal. If you're new here, I create videos about journaling, stationery, and all things creativity. I'm still working on this little intro, but it's nice to be back. If you missed my previous video, I actually was lucky enough to visit Japan for 2 weeks. It was a partial work trip, and I extended my trip a little bit so I could do a little bit of traveling myself. So it's been about almost a week since I got back, and I thought I would share some of the things that I purchased, but I wanted to approach hauling things on this channel a little bit differently. You might have noticed I kind of steered away from sharing any purchases on here or any haul videos as of late. I just have been trying to be a little bit mindful of what I share online. I don't want to portray, consumption and overconsumption. And I don't want to champion that. And so I've kind of limited most of my purchasing in real life, and also if I do purchase things, I kind of just keep it to myself. It might feel a bit weird since I used to do a lot of hauls on this channel, but I wanted to do a little twist on a haul. I want to call this like a memory haul, because I want to talk about things that I've purchased or received that are very meaningful or have a fun story to them. So I thought that would be the angle for this video. So welcome to the Japan memory haul. It sounds like I'm hauling memories, which would be a cool, video in of itself, but I will be talking about memories, but also like a product or something that I acquired that's related to that memory. I wanted to share that I got one of these guys. You might be like, what is that? I'll obviously put some insert shots and B-roll, but this is the I guess it's like a limited edition. They do these for every Traveler's Factory. They make a leather folder. So it's kind of like the clear folder that comes out for the diary, like 2026, or like the yearly diary series, but instead of clear plastic, it's leather. So this is natural leather, and it's a collaboration with Butler Werner Sales, which is a local, well, not local here, local to Japan, tannery that does leather goods. And so there's a little airplane embossed in it. And I've always wanted to collect these from each of the Traveler's Factory stores. There's one for each, Traveler's Factory. So there's 4 of these regular size ones. And I have the Kyoto one, and I got this one this trip, and I wanted to get one each time I go for work, but I bought 2. I bought this one and also the train station version of it. So I'm still missing one, the Nakameguro one, but I'm holding out that I'll get to go back to Japan at least one more time for work in the future. So I want to complete this little series, but I thought this was a fun, meaningful purchase because it links back to, again, my first time visiting Narita Airport and discovering Traveler's Factory back then. And yeah, it being a full circle moment. The nice thing about this is that it'll patina. I actually use this to keep a lot of my sticker sheets at home, but now that I have a second and a third one, now that I have 3, I can actually keep this in my traveler's notebook and just like have it as a folder in the back. And it's nice because like if you don't need it, or if you don't need to bring it with you, you can just take it out. And I've seen hacks, or I've actually hacked one of the clear folders where there's a hole at the bottom and you can put an elastic through so you can keep it in your traveler's notebook. But I don't intend on doing that just because it's fun to just take it in and out. So there's that. That's the first thing. And then after a few days in Tokyo, we actually visited Kyoto, and Kyoto is in the Kansai region, and we Christina and I got to visit our friend Kay. It was so much fun, so many laughs. When I was at Traveler's Factory there, Traveler's Factory Kyoto, they had this special collaboration. I keep forgetting who the artist is, but this is a little bit more of an interesting purchase for me because this is an insert, but it's actually a 1 line a day diary. So this is actually better if you write in, you know, a language that writes vertically. So if you write in, you know, Japanese or in Chinese, this might be better suited for you, but it's actually a 3-year diary. So the first column is for the first year, the second year, and the third year. And this kind of small vertical space is your allotted kind of line per day. And I don't think I've ever worked on like an insert for 3 years. I mean, in theory, I guess I have, because there's some like inserts that I have started for like other travels that I've never completed. My Stationery Fest New York insert is still not done. It's almost been a year. So, but that's just a year long. This is a 3-year commitment. So I am excited to get one of these and to use it. I think I'm gonna start using it probably in August. And yeah, I'm excited about this. I thought this was a meaningful purchase because I'm trying not to buy duplicates of limited edition refills, just because, I don't know, it kind of like ruins the fun of it. It's nice to just have one and then use it and then look back on this and be like, wow, what a fun insert. I feel like when we hoard and, you know, keep too many of, you know, duplicates, it kind of ruins the fun of like this being a special insert. So I only bought one of these, and I'm going to be very intentional and actually use it. And yeah, I'll keep you updated if I do start this, but very excited about this. I spent forever at Traveler's Factory because we were working and we interviewed the staff there, but it was also just like a fun time just checking out that store. I think it's actually my favorite Traveler's Factory. And then after, we took a super special trip to Kurashiki, which is in Okayama Prefecture. Kurashiki is known as kind of the birthplace of masking tape. It's also a hub for denim. It's so intense because I really thought I was gonna purchase like jeans or denim, but I didn't do enough research and I couldn't decide which brand I wanted to get for jeans, so I didn't get any denim in Okayama. But we did visit TSL Kurashiki, which is the only Travelers Company partner shop in Japan. And I think you might know what Superior Labor is, but it's a Japanese lifestyle brand. They mostly make bags and leather goods, and it's very embedded into the stationery community because they make a lot of stationery tools and bags. They're really known for their engineer bag series and their other leather goods. But I was excited to go there because TSL Kurashiki is known for their customization. So you can come to TSL Kurashiki, purchase a traveler's notebook there, and you can customize it with patches and leather pockets and whatnot. And oh my gosh, we were so lucky. So we were meeting our friend and co-worker in Kurashiki. She's part of the Japan TRC team, and we were lucky enough to visit the store after hours. They were doing inventory that day, and we kind of planned to visit the following day when they were open for regular hours, but our friend was so kind to let us, you know, visit. And so Kay, Christina, and I were like fangirling that we got to have such a special experience at Kurashiki, TSL Kurashiki. And it'll always be one of my favorite moments of the trip because we were just like oohing and eyeing and joking with the TSL Kurashiki staff. And ultimately we ended up getting a few customizations on a traveler's notebook. So I didn't go as crazy as last time, but I did go pretty crazy. So I got a brown traveler's notebook customized. As you can see, I did a stamp at the bottom on the back side, and then there's 4 big customizations on the front. We have the new tiger patch in blue. I got another patch in yellow, and then this red and blue patch. And I really wanted to lean into my favorite colors, which are, as of late, obviously, the primary colors. I know I love olive green and like mustard yellow and like a burnt sienna orange, but I've really been loving like just the true bold primary colors, and I thought I would create a TN that kind of encapsulates my style and design language right now. You might have seen in a lot of the videos I've been using a lot of reds, yellows, and blues. So I put these 3 patches. Oh, I love it so much. And then at Kurashiki, they sell, or at TSL, they sell these, they call it conches, or like you can get it as a conch backing, which is just like a circle at the back so you can thread something through, like use it as a charm on your traveler's notebook or any notebook that has some sort of string that you can thread it through. Or they have a pin backing. This is the conch backing, and they use this as a closure. So instead of wrapping your elastic around the traveler's notebook, you actually use the elastic to just wrap it around the conch closure. And I think it's super cool and a little bit different. And so I got the star just because I thought it matched the vibe of this. And actually I purchased this without the clip, but we'll talk about the clip after this traveler's notebook run through. And then yeah, so that does it for the exterior. And then on the interior, I did kind of like a secretarial L-shaped pocket in the front so I can just put stickers. I emptied it for now for this video. And then on the back, I just have like a 3 pocket situation here, so I can put like washi samples, business cards, and whatnot. And I love it so much. It's so stinking cool. I feel like it's like very almost collegiate in a sense. I feel like this Leathers and Co. like flag has a very collegiate vibe, and the color scheme screams, I don't know, collegiate vibes. It just reminds me of like a Letterman jacket with patches all over. But I love it. On the day that we went, I was mocking up this design on a blue traveler's notebook that had the TSL Kurashiki clip on it. So they sell this clip regularly online, but it just has the TSL logo. The TSL Kurashiki logo has the hiker man on it. So it's like a man that has a hiking stick and an engineer bag on it. And I bought a clip at my last Japan trip, and I thought I bought this one. Turns out I just bought like a regular TSL clip. I bought the thinner one. There's 2 widths. And it has bugged me ever since that I purchased the non-TSL Kurashiki version and just the regular version. So I actually forgot to buy this on that day that we went, that first day that we went, when we got all of these customizations. And so the day that we left Kurashiki, we had like almost like a full morning and afternoon at Kurashiki to explore other shops. We went back. We brought coffee to the team, the TSL Kurashiki team, and then I purchased this because if I left again without purchasing the right clip, it would have driven me crazy. So it was funny that I forgot the first day because that was like the one thing on my wish list. But I did in fact get it. So I'm happy that it looks great together. I could take it out, but I think it really is nice. And I have been loving just like sticking random things underneath it, like truly clipping things on here, like just at the front so I don't forget like ephemera or whatnot. So that was really handy during the trip actually. So there's that from TSL Kurashiki. And then I wanted to share one more thing from TSL Kurashiki. It's this. You might be like, he bought a dog collar. This is actually the TSL hanging together system. I think they call this the short strap. I think if you've been following this channel for a while, I was a big fan of the TSL hanging together system. I was using it when I was teaching, and I have almost all the different accessories. Basically, the hanging together system is just like a leather lanyard that has a hook that opens very easily. It's a brass hook or clip, and there's different inserts that you can hook onto it. This is the wallet insert, and so you just place that in here and you wear it as like a lanyard, but I got the long strap so you can wear it crossbody. And I loved it when I was teaching. Like for the 5 years that I was teaching, I used it all 5 years, and so it was really handy. But when I stopped teaching, I feel like I stopped using the hanging together system, just because when I end up going out, I end up bringing a bag more than the hanging together system. Although it is like a bag system, sometimes the biggest pouch that I have is to hold a phone, and I can usually put that in my pocket. And so when I stopped teaching and I stopped having to wear like a lanyard to get me in and out of the building and the school, obviously my home here doesn't have like a high-tech, I don't know if I should be talking about how to enter my home, but I don't have a high-tech system like that. And so I kind of stopped using the hanging together system. So I've been wanting this for like a year. Actually, Christina knows that I was like, oh, I'm going to get it from 26 Market, which is a Canadian retailer, every time I'm back home in Vancouver. But I never end up purchasing it because it is pricier. And I was like, oh, do I really need like a short strap? Like, am I going to use it like a wristlet? But the reason why I ended up purchasing it and why Christina really pushed me to get it is that I've seen how she uses it and I love it. She actually has this strap on her backpack or a bag, and it's so handy because she just clips what she needs on there. And I thought this would be a fun, refreshing way to utilize the hanging together system again, so it's not just collecting dust. So I am gonna give you updates on how I do, find this system. I'm gonna put it on my backpack, this leather piece, and so I can bring the wallet insert or the card insert. There's so many different ones, so I'm excited. This is what it would normally look like. Actually, this is how I use it when I was in Tokyo. I mean, this insert was a lot longer, but I actually didn't have this in here, and I just hooked my hat that I was wearing on this bag, and it was handy to just like tote this around. But obviously on the backpack, this would hang on the backpack, not overhang like it does on this bag, but you get the concept. So yeah, that's the hanging together short strap. That was a really long-winded way to say that. We met up again with one of our coworkers and friends that actually work for Traveler's Company. They actually came to the road trip caravan here for the TRC USA caravan road trip that we did. And then we were surprised because one of the other members from that road trip caravan surprised us at Kurashiki, and she was there. And I loved her Traveler's Notebook charm on her red Traveler's Notebook, the Love and Trip Traveler's Notebook. She had one of the Bentley, and I think the brand is called Bentley and Job, but it's spelled obviously like my name, so I'm gonna call it Bentley and Job. They make these cute leather keychains that are bears. I think they do a dog version too, but the one that they're most famous for is the bear holding a Traveler's Notebook. But at the Kyoto Traveler's factory, they had a bear just holding like a fish, and it's a black bear holding a fish or a salmon. And I loved it so much. And I actually saw our friend Mina, who surprised us at Kurashiki with the inverse of this this keychain, which is a white bear holding like a black colored fish. And I don't know, when I saw it, I was like so inspired. So I was like, I'm gonna copy you. I took off the little keychain hook and just strung it through the center portion of the keychain. It actually is open, so you can put it through the elastic of a Traveler's Notebook. I think it's super fun and super cute, and it's a really great memento, and it'll just remind me of our friendship and the road trip, and I think it's super meaningful, and it's just super cute. I had a TSL heart charm on this, but I thought this would be a better memento for this trip and for this Red Traveler's Notebook. So yeah, that's the last of everything from like, I think TSL Kurashiki and Kyoto. Oh, there was one more thing. When we were in, I think we were just browsing around Loft, I encountered some Smiskis, which are like these collectible art toys. They're originally from Japan. They're like Sunny Angels, but they're green little kind of simple faced figurines, and they're usually this small. But I've seen this online multiple times, and I was like, I want it. It's a large Smiski silicone, like you can squeeze it. But this is a lamp, LED lamp. There's 3 settings. This is the brightest it'll go. And it's my bedside lamp now. You can keep it plugged in, or you can have it remote, like, battery operated, so you don't need to keep it plugged in. And I think it's so cute. I actually own the original Smiski version of this with the Smiski with the cat on top, and it's actually touch sensitive, so you can just bonk it and it'll change modes and or turn off. But it's so fun. I was really wondering if I should get this. It's a lot more expensive in North America, and Christina and Kay were like, just get it. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put a few Smiskis back in favor of getting this. So instead of like buying like 5 Smiskis, I just bought 1 Smiski and this. And it's so cute. I did get more Smiskis later on in the trip, but at the time it felt like I was spending too much on like collectible figurines. But I'm so happy. It's so fun too. I'm sorry, my son. I don't know, I'm bonking you so hard, but you can squeeze too. But it's not as effective than bonking. But Smiski! One of the missions was sent to Atelier Penelope, which is a Japanese lifestyle brand similar to TSL or the Superior Labor. They sell kind of canvas bags. You might have seen them from the Kuhen website or other stationery brands. When we were in Kyoto, we saw a bunch of their bags at this amazing store. I wish I took more pictures or footage from it, but it's called... I don't know if it's how you pronounce it phonetically. I think it's a French brand, but if you read it in like an English accent, it's Angers. I think it's Angers, but it's spelled Angers. And we saw some cool bags. Christina really wanted this kind of like market bag, and while she was like trying things on, I was like, oh, this is so cute. It's just like a small little like top handled bag. You can't adjust the straps or anything. I'm just gonna take this hang together system off. You can't really fit much. It's just a big opening with 1 pocket, but I was like, it's so cute if you're wearing like an all black outfit. So a large chunk of my adventures in Tokyo actually consisted of me using this bag, and I would just carry my passport, my traveler's notebook, an umbrella. It was just so hot. Oh, and my electric fan, and you could just button it up, and I would just clip my umbrella. I had a mini umbrella that was this tiny from Family Mart, and I would just tote this around, like hold it like this, or like if I needed to, or just like, it doesn't go all the way around my shoulder. I mean, you can, but my arm's not conducive for that. I don't think it's meant to be like that actually. But you can kind of like have it at the crook of your arm if you want to be hands-free. A large chunk of the time that I was in the train, I would have it like here, and I would just be like holding my fan to my face like this. But yeah, it's super cute. I hope I still use it when I'm here, because I feel like I was more daring with my style. Like, I'm not very like accustomed to wearing just a bag with just like a top handle that you just carry like this, because I like being hands-free. I usually have like a messenger style or a backpack, or something on my shoulder like a tote bag. But yeah, this is like a little bit foreign to me, and it's almost in like purse territory. But clothing and fashion is, it's not. You can see it as gendered, but you can wear whatever you want, right? So, I guess it's my purse, my first purse. But I like it, and it's green, and I don't know, I was really into like this bright Kelly green or like a neon-y green. This is a nice Kelly green, and I don't know, it looks cool with the hanging together strap. And yeah, I hope I do use it more, because it isn't like, it doesn't hold much. It doesn't even hold like an iPad or my iPad. I think it could hold an iPad mini. It does hold my Kindle. I did bring my Kindle in here before. But yeah, I bought this, and it was funny because when we went to Nakameguro, where this is the store is located, it was located on a hill, and it was so hot, and I was like, Christina, if you don't buy anything, I'm gonna go crazy, but like as a joke. But it was really hot, and I was like, I wasn't gonna buy this, but when we when we climbed up the hill, I was like, you know what, I'm so tired, I'm just gonna buy it, we deserve it. And then after, we actually ended up taking a taxi all the way back to Ginza because we were so tired. So yeah, this bag represents heat exhaustion but resilience in that heat. But yeah, love this. I use it so much during my week in Tokyo, like when we got back from the Kansai region. And yeah, I will update you if I still end up using this, but I could see myself just keeping this in a larger bag, because if you're traveling, I do have some travels for work coming up, this could be a nice extra bag. So like when you're not, working or you're off duty, you could just use this little tote bag and tote it around the city. So I'm excited to use this. I will update you all. Actually, we'll keep this on here because it's very cute. Okay, the last thing has a huge backstory, but long story short, there is an end of year company meeting that happens at Designville every July. I totally forgot which month it is in July. It's to celebrate the end of the Japanese fiscal year, or at least the Designville fiscal year. And we went to support, the company, and also our president, who has now become the president of Designville, which is crazy. So our boss is now the boss. So we were excited to support her, and it was just an exciting time. But little did we know, there are like these little awards, not little, there's this award that's given at every end of year celebration called the President's Award. And so it was extremely meaningful because the old president was retiring, and then the new president was starting. And a lot of people won. Actually, 4 people were in the running, and we were lucky enough to be one of the people, or one of the projects that was nominated. So we were nominated for the road trip caravan that we planned alongside with the TRC team. So TRC USA, if you didn't know, held a road trip caravan, and we drove from LA to SF and did also a stop at Port Townsend in Washington. And we launched the road trip collection for Travelers Company USA. Super fun. I never posted anything about it because it was just so busy then. Maybe in the future I will. But that was like the biggest project I've ever worked on for the company. Long story short, one other team and our team won the award, and I didn't know it was like, I thought it was just an award for like, yay, you won something. I didn't know there was like a prize. So when we were accepting envelopes, I thought it was like a congratulation letter, but there was some prize money in it. And so I thought, I was like, oh, I'm gonna save it. So I saved a bit of it. I used a bit of it for souvenirs for my family. And then for a chunk of it, I used it on my one purchase that I didn't buy the first week because I was like, no, I really shouldn't be buying this. But I bought a pen. Oh my gosh. It's the Pilot Custom 823 in the clear. It's the new one that I think came out maybe a year or two ago. It has black accents, and I ended up buying it on my second to last day there. It is a culmination and a remembrance of this trip, and will always remind me of that fun day at the all hands meeting slash end of year celebration, and also all of the hard work from the road trip caravan. I really thought, was this like a good use of that money? I could save it or use it for future Japan trips because it was in yen, but I was like, oh, I might as well use it now. So I bought the pen that I was mulling over in the first half of my trip, and yeah, I'm glad that this is the only pen that I bought, and I've been really I don't know if I've been more mindful. Actually, I feel like I have with my fountain pen purchases. I think the last fountain pen that I bought was the yellow Kaweco from Drumgles. And yeah, I think this will just remind me of this trip, that once in a life experience at that specific celebration, and also to celebrate DPA and our boss and the changing of the guard, I guess, of the new president of Designville. It was super fun, and yeah, I feel like this is a culmination of my time at Designville. So even if I leave or if anything happens and circumstances change, I will remember my time at DPA and Designville with this pen. Yeah, super meaningful. I feel like I could cry thinking about it because that day was so fun. Like, we got to hang out with everyone from the office, the head office in Tokyo, but also everyone from the factory and other people from other offices all across Japan. Got to meet them for the first time. Got to celebrate our boss, who's now the boss. Yeah, I could ramble about it forever. I might make a little vlog about my Tokyo or my Japan trip. We shall see. I didn't really vlog much because it was just so hot. I didn't want to pull a camera out or my phone out because it was just more effort, and I was already holding my fan. So I apologize, but maybe I'll try to do some sort of quick, or I don't know, long. This video is probably an hour long already. I don't even know. And yeah, maybe I'll share some tidbits and even more stories from Japan. But this was my meaningful haul. It is still quite a bit of stuff, but best believe I bought way more. But obviously I had to use my employee discount, so it was a great time to shop, make use of the conversion rate between the yen and the dollar. Obviously things are going to change with the dollar dropping and everything, so it was the ideal time to shop. So if you want to see a full haul of everything that I got, and also things that I got gifted, I really wanted to show something from Plotter, but it hasn't released yet and I can't show it, but I love it so much. Once it comes out, I'll show it to you because I own a prototype of a new product and I can't wait to show it to you. But it's one of my favorite items that I got from Japan. I just can't share it. But yeah, this was my story time, or guess meaningful haul or memory haul. Let me know if you like this concept. I definitely think it's a great way to catch up with you after travels while also covering some new and fun things that I purchased. But if you just want to see me spending money, I've linked the Patreon full Tokyo haul in the description bar below. But yeah, this was super fun. I can't wait to see you in the next one. If you made it to the end of this video, please leave the your favorite shopping emoji. My favorite is the one with the money flying away, because that was me during this trip. But yeah, use your favorite shopping emoji in the comments below. Thank you, End of Video Gang, and yeah, I love you so much. Thank you, Eggies, for supporting me through this journey on Patreon, and I will see you in the next video, whatever that might be. Do you still want a Techo Kaigi journaling ecosystem update? Let me know in the comments below. I don't know, it's been almost half the year, but not many things have changed, but maybe you still want to hear about it. Let me know in the comments if that's still something you'd like to watch. I'm rambling, so I should stop. I'll see you next time. I love you. Jobrang he. Aishiteru. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love you. Bye.